No, for real, the hype train has officially left the station for this one because I have been patiently waiting and have been taunted for months over the X-Shot CHAOS Meteor, the rival competitor from Zuru. And Zuru makes some pretty good blasters, but I gotta say right off the bat, this is one of the coolest looking blasters I have ever seen. They have their design on point for this one. And of course, it's a pistol, it's got a grip guard and an internal magazine, and it looks freaking sweet. And look at this dude's hair. He's got a destiny to fulfill. It is absolutely amazing. I haven't even opened it yet, and I am so freaking excited. So I might be a little biased on this one, but it was sent to me for free from Zuru, part of the X-Shot League package. On the back of the box, it doesn't show us a whole lot other than the fact that you slide prime it, you load rounds in a really interesting way, and it shows off the Orbit RXB0140, which we will also take a look at. But more importantly, I think you notice that this thing looks pretty good compared to your standard old like blank slate Nerf blaster. And that's because it's got decals on it, which is a really, really good idea. I don't know why more companies don't do this. I'm not really talking about stickers, I'm talking about actual decals. Like, they don't have to be anything super special awesome, but this really helps. This is one of the reasons why I bought a vinyl cutter, is because I wanted to get decals done like this, because it looks really good. It breaks up a lot of that surface and adds in a lot of detail where you otherwise couldn't get it. I do a lot of Gunpla building, Gundam models, so this is really important to me. And they give you a sticker sheet in the box. This has a 6-round internal magazine, and yeah, it's kind of big. I mean, here it is compared to a Kronos. It's basically the same exact size, which the Kronos is a pretty big pistol anyway. But this one also has like the grip guard loading mechanism thing, which could make it a little bit more difficult to holster. But look at this blaster, man. I gotta get it out of the box, and I gotta be very careful with this packaging. I have a reason for wanting to save this, but I should probably point out, this thing is $13, and will, if you haven't already found it, will be launching on Amazon very early this month, if not already. I'm recording this on the 1st of October, so it could already be up. But they do also sell refill packs. You got a 50-round pack for $8, and you've got a 100-round pack for $15. Not a super crazy deal, but way better than what you'd get with Nerf, so keep that in mind. And hopefully these rounds are pretty good. They look pretty good. They kind of look like the love offspring of both the high-impact round from Nerf, and then, of course, the precision, whatever the heck the Dart Zone Adventure Force rival rounds are called. It looks like a combination of the two, although the seam lines are very pronounced on these. But hey, it's ammo for your new blaster, and it doesn't cost you very much, which is really important. And it comes with 12, even though it only holds 6, so good on ya. I have to take this thing out. Luckily, they use those cool little springy screw thingies. I hope I can take this out without destroying the package. I really hope I can. There we go. There's one. Well, so much for that, because this one literally will not come out. Wow. I guess we had to open this to get the sticker sheet anyway, eh? Either I can't find it or it wasn't in here, but there was no decal sheet with this one, which I'm a bit sad about, because I really was looking forward to that. Oh. And I destroyed this package for no reason, even though I knew I wanted to save it. Well, we've got the Meteor here, and I can tell you right out of the box, it has a perfect grip. No, seriously, this is the perfect grip. It could not be more comfortable in my hand. Best grip of 2019 right here, bar none. It's got a trigger lock right here. It's got an unjam lever right here, so if it's jammed, you can use that to release everything. It's got a magazine right here, which is a really cool design, which also has a thing right here to uncatch your follower, because your follower is located up here, which you'll have to pull down, of course, to load it. It's also got a mystery switch right here, which it does something, but at the moment, we don't know what. It looks like it'll probably have either some kind of magazine extension or some kind of speed loader coming in the future, but right now, it does not have that. It's got a unjammed door right there, and a faux rail, nothing else, and of course, a big, powerful slide on it. And stickers. I really wish I would have found that sticker sheet. That is extremely disappointing. And yeah, that's some flash off the molding right there. They feel like rival rounds. They're a little bit waxier. Here's an actual rival round. Same size, same kind of thing. These are hexagons instead of just normal golf ball dimples. And here they are to a Dart Zone one, so you can kind of see, yeah, it's got hexagons, triangles, dots, They're all pretty much the same thing though, but these definitely have a huge pronounced seam. The Dart Zone ones were pretty good about it. This Nerf one is, well, that's about standard, so not too bad, but that will affect accuracy to some degree. How do we load this thing? Well, we gotta load the follower down to there. It will click into place, and then you push the rounds through the follower, and there's actually a little finger in there that stops the rounds from popping back out, so you can load 6 of them in there. I don't even know how many I've loaded so far. I'm guessing that's probably it, and then we can press this button right there, and all the rounds fall out. Let's try that again. Let's pull this all the way down. What did I do wrong? And load 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the thing isn't tripped. The finger should be perfectly fine. Press that. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. So you gotta make sure that little finger is tripped. I guess when I was holding it upside down and loading it, that didn't really work all that well. Trigger lock, safety, pretty much a requirement. Prime it back. It's got a really, really hefty spring on it. And if you open up the side there, you can see it loading around. Wow. I don't know if you noticed that, but it actually pushes the round backwards and seals. That's an interesting breach. Well, on the box, it says it gets 100 FPS. I have not fired this before, so let's see if it gets 100 FPS. Man, that was a cool looking blaster. That was 81.6. 99, that's pretty close. And 93. It's close enough to 100 FPS, to be perfectly honest. It's hitting a bit harder than a Chronos, as long as you can keep it in the 90s like that, but not bad at all. The real question is, how does it do at range? Because of course these rely on a hop-up, which is located pretty far down the barrel, I'd say about right there, and it's not very pronounced. So hopefully these rounds fire straight and true, but that could be a big problem if this thing does not. $97.7, and then 80.6, so a little bit out there. And just to be sure, let's take another one. 98, 93, and it hit me in the face, and that one hit the side of the thing. Let's give that one more chance to shine. Quite literally. 104. So this one does seem to be hitting a little bit more consistently harder, but I mean, there could be any amount of deviation right there going on. Is there anything bad I have to say about the Meteor? I mean, the only thing I kind of wish is that it had a spring return, which of course none of these blasters do, so that's a moot point, but performance-wise, it functioned absolutely great, and while it could be a little bit slower to shoot than something like a Chronos or whatnot, it does have a really unique loading feature that honestly isn't that bad at all. You just gotta get used to pushing them all the way in with your finger, as long as you have long enough fingers to make sure that you're not jamming up the mechanism, and you do have to pull down the follower every time you're going to load it. So if you do want to top it up, that is definitely an option, but keep that in mind. You are going to have to pull down that follower. But 6 rounds, quick to reload, looks absolutely awesome, functions in a unique and interesting way. This is a complete winner. I love everything about this. If it had a thumb hole stock, that, you know, a wrist thing, I would be even more about it. In fact, that's like the one thing I would try to do, is build some kind of little thumb hole thing right there, because this is awesome. I really think the X-Shot Meteor is a well-designed, well-working blaster that just about anybody should take a look at. Most people will discount it because it's a rival pistol and they don't need one, but this one's super cool. This is probably the coolest looking stock blaster I've ever seen. It is fantastic. Zuru, you have knocked it out of the park with your new rival competitor, and I can't wait to see what you do next, but I'm also incredibly scared because a lot of the time they just kind of reshell things over and over and over again in slightly different shells or the same thing in multiple colors. In fact, you can already find this thing in, I believe it's white and blue, but yeah, I do want to hope that they do some really innovative, cool things, but right out of the gate, we already have a pump action blaster, and then we have this one, which is the sidearm pistol thing. You already have a pretty good loadout, and Zuru doesn't really do flywheels, so it's going to be somewhat interesting to see what they do with their future, and hopefully it's something cool. But otherwise, I would say that you should really go out and get one of these X-Shot Meteors, and especially in the off chance that they disappear. I'm a little bummed mine didn't come with a decal sheet, but that kind of thing happens, unfortunately, so I'm not going to really hold it against them and just count it as a, you know, packaging mistake. I'm almost certain that this is also supposed to come with a decal sheet, and this one did not, but that is a small price to pay. Let me know what you think about the Meteor down in the comments section below. I have really high hopes for this blaster in the future. Hopefully it can take some kind of modification really well, but other than that, it's pretty much made for me, man. It can't really get a whole lot better than this. I'm Walcom S7, thank you very much for watching this video, and of course I hope to see you in an entirely different one, and that other thing that you saw, you'll see a video on that really soon.
You gotta